Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Heel Turn.
The number one spot for everything WWE.
Welcome back to episode number 12. As we established last week, Fraser is off working at the moment and he will be off for the next 8 episodes, which is unfortunate, but the show must go on. And what better way for the show to go on than welcome back Jasper to Heel Turn.
How are we doing, Liam?
I'm doing great. It's really good to see you because Night of Champions, I'm actually really looking forward to this week. I want to get your thoughts on it really quickly.
This will be big, but I'm also a bit worried about it being cancelled or the kind of uncertainty around it. It's not ideal what's happening in the world. Praise up to everyone involved, obviously, but the show must go on, as Liam said.
Yeah.
Wrestling's the most important thing in the world. It always has been. It always will be. So we need to see John Cena's retirement tour kick on.
Well, funny you say that because one of the most important people in the world, John Cena, will be going one-on-one with CM Punk at Night of Champions. I think, first of all, we just got to address it. Cena on Friday Night SmackDown recreating Punk's iconic pipe bomb, which was unbelievable. As soon as he sat up on the top ropes, I'm like, yeah, I know what we're getting here.
That was legendary. Literally, it was a mirror image of what Punk did years ago, besides him being sitting on the turnbuckle instead of the stage. But, using the exact lines that Punk used was a great touch.
Yeah.
And even further than that, changed a little bit of it to his own, which was cool. The one thing that really bummed me out, he had the chance to do the single coolest thing ever. At the very end when he said mother fudging. Dude.
I know.
Aura lost, just deducted.
Even in that whole promo, he was like, "Oh no, kids, I'm
breaking the fourth wall.
I'm breaking the fourth wall. I just said a bad word on TV or something." And even the actual mic lost its sound.
Volume, yeah.
And then he's like, "Someone's afraid of what I'm gonna say," which is
hey,
so
Matt
funny.
Cardona.
Yeah, I'm breaking the fourth wall. But the whole lead up to it all, as well, John Cena and R-Truth beforehand, Punk getting slammed into the table, you just knew it was coming. However, I do want to say, the John Cena versus R-Truth match before, I'm happy that R-Truth is back, as I'm sure the whole WWE universe is. I just would have really loved to see them prolong the match
or finish the match in general
between him and Cena. But that's the thing though, that's why we're arguing about it, because that's why John Cena's doing it, to ruin wrestling, obviously. So he's literally got us all hooked. But I still would have loved to see them prolong the match up more with R-Truth. Let Truth hit his 5-knuckle shuffle and his AA and stuff like that, because it basically started and then it went to an ad break, and then as soon as we came back, it just stopped. It was finished, as well. Yeah. But
I feel it just leaves Truth that unknown that the feud isn't finished. Truth could just come out and have this match end in a disqualification or down the line. I love what Truth's been doing, but having him looming in the background just doesn't help at all. I
want to see him do something with Damian Priest. We saw him have a little backstage promo as well.
DP.
Yeah, I know. And getting back to the match though, I'm pretty sure you can back in John Cena here.
I think so too.
He'll probably use his heel tactics to get the advantage over Punk. And yeah, as I've said before, at least at this point in the retirement run, if he lost, the retirement tour would basically be over. You know what I mean? So unless potentially SummerSlam could be the opportunity there, which we will get to next between Cody and Randy. But yeah, even though Cena will win, it's good that we're getting this matchup between him and Punk.
This is the matchup that when Cena announced this retirement tour, I was the most excited for.
I think we were all disappointed that it didn't happen at Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
So at least finally it's happening here as well.
Even everything they've done for this preparation to Night of Champions is the exact same as what they did to 2011 Money in the Bank. We've got the pipe bomb, we've got the table spot. All of that is the same. It's just the iconic stage of Money in the Bank. It would have been way cooler to have it then.
Yeah, and John Cena is the heel now as well.
But I guess we can't complain about everything, can we?
Yeah, I guess so. But it does leave the question of Seth Rollins' briefcase, whether he cashes in this match potentially or at SummerSlam or maybe even next year. Personally, I think because of the faction that Seth is in now, I'd love to see him like hold on to the briefcase and then cash in once Cena's retired.
I think so.
Like I just don't think you can take the title away from John Cena that easily at this point, like I already said before.
Also, the most important thing about Cena's retirement run is whoever dethrones him, it like sets him up to be the next big thing. So whoever it is, like it can't be with a briefcase. It can't be that kind of sly way of winning. And Seth Rollins doesn't need that. Seth Rollins is the guy.
Yeah.
Like he's the most talented guy in the business. I'll go out and say that.
Yeah.
So it just seems like a Seth Rollins cash in. I think it should be on the Undisputed Championship.
Yeah.
It just shouldn't be on Cena.
Yeah. Well, that person that could be the one to be the next big person once Cena is done is the
Karrion
American
Kross. Oh.
the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes against Randy Orton, who beat Sami Zayn to advance to this match, and Cody beat Jay yesterday on Raw to advance as well. I think it's pretty obvious here. Whoever wins this match will face John Cena at SummerSlam. Like, I don't think...
That's pretty undisputable.
I don't think they're going to go for Gunther. So,
Yeah.
yeah, but I guess Gunther's already got Goldberg at the moment as well.
No, Goldberg.
Yeah, but no, the match between Cody and Jay yesterday was actually pretty good. Like even like Jay hitting the crossroads on Cody as well was a really good touch as well. But Jay just missed his opportunity. He'd hit a spear on Cody and he didn't go for the cover. But yeah,
there was not a realm in this universe where Cody was losing on Raw. Let alone Cody hasn't lost on a pay-per-view for a while besides WrestleMania. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's not going to lose on Raw.
Yeah, I know. We were saying the other week that we didn't want Jay to be the mystery opponent in this match. We wanted it to be Karrion Kross, maybe even Mr. Iguana.
Mr. Iguana, the GOAT.
Or potentially Mr. Invincible himself, Tommy Invincible.
You can't hurt me.
But it wasn't. It was Jey Uso. But like we said, I wouldn't want a Jey versus Gunther SummerSlam match again because like they would have wrestled for the 4th time this year. It's just getting a little bit too lousy, that matchup at the moment.
But also, how much can Jey do? Like, we're watching Jey wrestle the same guy 4 times. Like, the best we've seen of Jey Uso this year was against Seth Rollins, who he hasn't faced once this year.
I agree with that.
New opponents is the way to elevate Jey Uso's wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, if we keep putting him against Gunther, we're going to keep having the average wrestling fan go, this Gunther dude's pretty good, but what about this guy Jey?
Yeah, I know.
Like, that's not too much slack on Jey. Like,
yeah,
he's a solid wrestler, one of the best tag team wrestlers of all time, has put on some incredible matches, but he's not Seth Rollins, he's not Cody Rhodes, he's not Chad Gable, best wrestler in the WWE. But it's just, like, I want to see the best for Jey, but the best for Jey isn't just pushing him into the main event and hoping it's sink or swim.
Yeah.
It's putting the right guy in the ring with him so he can put on good matches.
That's why even Jey in like an upper mid card position, like maybe a little bit like what LA Knight is at sort of at the moment as well. Like, I think Jey, like, he doesn't need to be in the main event scene. Like, I think he'll reunite with Jimmy Uso pretty soon as well.
Yeah, I've heard about that as well.
I think that'll happen. But getting back to this match, who do you think will win?
Cody. I just can't see them running back Randy and John. Like, Randy and John, it was almost like it was pictured as that, like, last time, like, end of an era, the end of this rivalry.
Cody's still got unfinished business.
The story is still going.
I know. His next chapter in his story is still going. So, whereas, yeah, like you said, Randy, as much as it would be, like, really cool having John Cena and Randy Orton again, like, at SummerSlam, that big of an event, I just think the Cody Rhodes John Cena feud at the moment is what is catching everyone's eye at the moment. So, and I'd love to see them, have the lead up, how we had the whole lead up to WrestleMania between Cody and John as well, especially on the Europe tour, which was so good to watch as well. I'd love to just see them run that back again for SummerSlam as well. So, I agree. I think Cody Rhodes definitely wins this, faces John Cena at SummerSlam.
It would be good to see an angry Cody Rhodes or some sort of
Yeah.
I don't want a heel
Homelander-
turn, but yeah,
Homelander or something.
Homelander Cody. Like, I just want something that's a bit different.
Yeah.
Something that's like, because you look at it and you go like, why is Goody Two Shoes Cody gonna beat the menacing John Cena?
Yeah.
Like, you need something about him that like elevates him.
Yeah, agreed, yeah. Well, the Queen of the Ring final, Jade Cargill versus Asuka. I really want to know who you think's going to win this one, because I've been saying Jade for the whole time, but I'm seriously considering Asuka here.
I'm the exact same. Like, I'm all for Jade. Like, I was with Jade. Like, Jade was my prediction the whole way through.
Yeah.
I still think, if I have to think logistically, like, Jade's going to win this. Like, they want to put the belt on her, or they want to put her in a marquee situation. But she's just not ready.
Yeah.
Like, she's sloppy in the ring. Like, she's had so much time in the tag team division to, like, handle her craft and get better.
Yeah.
Instead of going on that route to send her to NXT like they would with Blake Monroe.
Yeah.
So it just seems like they've put all that work into her, and like the match against Roxanne Perez was quite sloppy from her end. Like, Roxanne carried that match.
Exactly. Because this is the thing here with this match. Look at the champions right now. You have Tiffany Straton and Io Sky. Tiffany has been defending the title, but only really on SmackDown, and really only against Nia Jax, right? Like, let's be honest. Where she had her massive title defense against Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania, which we both thought Charlotte would win, by the way. We'll just say that.
The sandbagger.
Yeah, I know. But, like, that was really the last huge title defense for Tiffany. Io Sky hasn't defended the title at all since WrestleMania. So it really depends on who would put on a better matchup. Like, would you rather... Because whoever wins this will go for their respective championship on the respective brand.
I think so, yeah.
If Jade wins, she's definitely going for Tiffany. Or would you rather see Asuka versus Io?
That's the
personally, because of the whole damage control, I guess, breakup and what they used to be. Personally, I'd love to see Asuka versus Io at SummerSlam instead of Jade versus Tiffany. But however, Jade versus Tiffany also creates the potential of a cash-in by Naomi as well. But I still want to see Naomi hold on to the briefcase as well, because as you said, the episode before Money in the Bank, if she'd won it, she can use her heel tactics to just cash in at any time. So there's that as well. It just depends on who you want at SummerSlam, I guess.
It would be awesome to see the Empress of Tomorrow get back to the main event scene.
Yeah.
Like, when she came into WWE years ago, like, she didn't lose. That's the cool thing. Like, she was so protected that she didn't lose.
Yeah.
And her status has just dwindled away over time. But it'd be cool to get her back. Like, if she beats Jade, Jade's the next big thing in the WWE Women's Division. If she beats Jade, all of a sudden that aura starts to come back.
Yeah.
And she's climbing way up the ranks again.
Yeah. Because, like, it's gotten to the point where I just don't know, because Jade has been so successful coming back since her injury from Naomi. But then again, usually with WWE, when people return from either an injury or they've just had some time off from the company, like Asuka has, when they come back, they usually like start winning, and they're usually pretty successful straight off the bat. So it's like the same goes for Asuka here as well. Like, she's won her 2 matches. So I wouldn't be surprised if she wins Queen of the Ring. And to be honest, my prediction, I think Asuka will win personally.
I think Jade will win, but I want Asuka to win.
Yeah.
The one thing with Asuka is she's got the worst finisher ever.
Yeah, true.
Like, that is one of the worst finishers.
Yeah.
Like, she's so cool, and then she's got the most uncool finisher.
Yeah. I guess I kind of just want to see Asuka versus Io at SummerSlam, to be honest. But yeah, fair enough.
They could tell, that could go 2 ways, that story. It could be absolutely amazing, or it could just be, like, hard to follow.
But this is the good thing. Like, when is it? It's going to be on the 28th of June, and SummerSlam's not for another 40 days after that. So you got 40 days to build up this match. So you got time no matter what, who wins, you know?
Especially with Saturday night's main event already kind of filled up.
Yeah.
Like, it's only a 2-hour show. We've got Goldberg and we've got Gunther. Like, it's starting to fill up.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm not too worried about them having to push that forward.
Yeah. Well, the next one, Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa for the United States Championship. I'm very happy that we're finally getting this match. And I'm thankful to the WWE for not rushing this feud because, like, it started back when Solo lost the Ulafala, obviously, to Roman Reigns on the Netflix premiere. And then it basically started from there. Like, Solo, he wouldn't show up on SmackDown, leaving Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga in the lurch as well, which obviously pissed Jacob Fatu off, and rightfully so. But I'm glad that they didn't, just rush into them turning on each other and into a match. Like, I'm glad that they let it run its course and Jacob Fatu, coming into his own and then using that title to benefit himself from Solo, to set him apart from Solo. But I'd love to hear what you think about it.
I think first off, both of these two superstars deserve this. Like, Solo deserves this run in a marquee, like, on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Like, he's earned it with all of his, like, humorous both in-ring and on the mic work. But I also think Jacob equally deserves this, and I don't think Jacob's going to lose. That's my prediction. But they both deserve to put on a show in the limelight with many eyes on. The one thing I'm interested in is JC Mateo's role.
Yeah.
But also, where are the Tongans? Like, you know what I mean? Like, where did
The
they
infamous
lie?
Tonga Loa hasn't been back since War Games. I think it's just a way to keep him off TV. Like, maybe they just don't have a spot for him at the moment. Because, yeah, if Tama Tonga was gone, what was the point of bringing in JC Mateo? But, like...
And there's another one they signed. Is it Hideki? What's his name?
I'm not sure.
There's one more that they've signed, but, like, there's rumors that he's, like, ready to come on screen.
You know who I want to see? Zilla Fatu.
Yeah, that's one of them as well.
I want to see him as well. Also, Jimmy Uso. Did you see it on SmackDown?
Yeah, Uso, yeah.
Like, defending Jacob Fatu. Like, this ties into, like... I really think this ties into Roman's return because I could see Roman coming back and siding with Jacob Fatu, like, against Solo. Because I'd love to see that because... Like, obviously, I think even though we finished the Bloodline story a while ago, like, the Bloodline's the Bloodline. Like,
it's never ending.
It's never ending. It's an ongoing cycle, the whole story. So, it just depends. Like, Jacob will still probably win this match. But also, like, we've said a lot on the podcast before that we just don't understand Solo's role ever since he lost to Ulafala. Like, if anything, he's doing Jacob's role, he was doing Jacob's role when Solo was the tribal chief. So the roles reversed and we just didn't know what was the point for Solo Sikoa being on TV. But this rivalry is perfect because after this match, I don't see it ending. You know what I mean?
Neither do I.
Because Solo on SmackDown last week literally came out and wanted to, make amends with Jacob, and Jacob just didn't want a bar of it. So I really think that once this is over, it's not going to stop. Like, this will probably be another match at SummerSlam, if I'm being honest. So,
I think this will take us to SummerSlam, whether it's like a return of the Tongans or if it's a tag match with Jimmy.
War Games as well.
War Games is only around the corner.
Yeah.
It's a little while away, but it's in the perspective.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what War Games is this year, but we won't get off on too much of a sidetrack. But
yeah.
Like, it'll be interesting where the team's going to separate, and that'd be a good thing to watch.
Probably Seth's faction will make up the majority of the War Games match, which I'm sure we'll speak more about in the lead up to SummerSlam in the next 8 episodes. For Fraser's here as well, but
Paul Heyman strap on the boots.
Yeah, exactly. Be the fifth member that we need. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, this next one, I think we're all looking forward to this one. Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. Kross is on a PLE.
Finally. Praise the Lord.
I know. I'm so happy. I'm so happy with this one because we've seen it the last couple of weeks as well.
Become undeniable.
Yeah, I know. I know you you love Karrion Kross, so I kind of want to let you, speak about this one.
I just think like all of the work he's done backstage in those like limited times he's had on TV have all been sensational.
Yeah.
And like, it's not often the WWE listen to the fans and listen to the outcry. I reckon the only times I can remember is the Cody Rhodes We Want Cody movement and this and maybe Jey Uso.
Possibly R-Truth as well.
Yeah, and Truth, yeah.
Yeah.
But like it hasn't been often that the WWE really listen to what the fans are screaming for, and we're screaming for Karrion Kross.
Yeah.
He is undeniable. He's exactly what we want to see on television. He can play a story, but he's also very capable in the ring.
Such a good storyteller.
I just think Sami Zayn is probably the perfect guy, and they've been building this for ages.
Yeah, we said on the episode after WrestleMania when we discussed his pipe bomb, we said this was a make or break moment for him. Like, it could blow everything up, or this could be the push that he needs. And thankfully, the WWE realized, hell yeah, we got to push this guy in some way, shape, or form. And finally, we got Sami Zayn, because this is perfect as well, like in terms of like this story, because Sami Zayn truly believes that he can be a future world champion, and then you have an outside noise being Karrion Kross saying that you're not good enough. So it's a perfect, they've built it up perfectly. It's not like they've rushed into anything here. Like, even though we did want to see Karrion Kross, a little bit earlier than expected, at least this has been building up week after week with Sami Zayn to the point where, as soon as Sami's done with the King of the Ring, he's straight into Karrion Kross, which is what we want to see.
It's also good for Sami because he gets something.
Yeah.
Because once he lost the King of the Ring tournament, we were almost worrying, like, what's next for Sami? Don't put him back in with Punk and, like, don't reignite that Seth's faction kind of feud. Like, we were done with that. We want Seth to go to bigger things, but we also want Sami to go to bigger things.
Yeah.
And having Karrion have his chance on a pay-per-view, he really fondoozled his way onto this.
Yeah.
Like, Dominic Mysterio getting injured.
Yeah.
Like, Liv injury, because Liv probably would have found herself on this card with Air Sky.
Yeah.
Like, he's fondoozled his way on here, but you know what? He deserves it. Hopefully he puts on a show. Hopefully all the fans love it, and hopefully truly becomes undeniable.
Yeah. I think that once this is done at Night Champions, I think it will be done. Like, I don't it's not going to carry through to SummerSlam. Hopefully it's just a good opportunity for them to feature Karrion Kross, But because of that reason, I am going with Sami Zayn.
Me too, but I think it could be one of those compelling kind of losses.
They have the opportunity here, like in this match, they have the opportunity to tell a story, So, and I think Sami Zayn, wanting to be a world champ, trying to prove Karrion Kross wrong, I think he'll eventually come out on top with this one.
Karrion Kross is almost the ultimate hero. Like, he's obviously a bad guy, but he secretly probably wants Sami to reach his potential.
Yeah.
The same thing with AJ, like when they had that kind of feud heading into WrestleMania.
Yeah.
He wanted to bring the grit out of AJ that would help him win the Intercontinental title. And I think it's the same with Sami. I think when Sami overcomes Karrion Kross, it'll be I've finally unlocked what was missing inside of you moment.
And then potentially Karrion Kross might be like, yeah, okay, I respect you now, Sami. You know what I mean?
You have got this, but more importantly, you now believe you've got this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, this one just got announced yesterday as well. We have Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez also happening at Night of Champions. Let's get into what happened yesterday on Raw, where we had Finn Balor convince Raquel to be the enforcer and go and target Rhea, in which Raquel did so and brought Rhea out into the ring and slams Rhea into the table. However, she had some help with Roxanne Perez. I said it last week as well. This was probably going to happen, where Raquel and Roxanne would form a friendship.
I think so too. But more importantly, I think this is bigger than just the women's tag team titles. I think we're seeing deja vu for Liv Morgan, but also for Rhea Ripley. Like, she will watch this from the sidelines and just see Dirty Dom play Liv Morgan.
Dom will, as long as Roxanne keeps providing nuggets, Dom will go where the nuggets go.
The chicken nugget huzz, bro.
Dom will go where the nuggets go, no matter what. And it's almost as if Finn has ignited, like a bit of a spark in Raquel, to just go at Rhea even more. So, like, it's so interesting, this matchup, because it's a street fight, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anything can happen in this. Like, the Judgment Day can feature, obviously they have their history with Rhea Ripley, so like anything can happen. But Roxanne will try to help Raquel. It'll be interesting if they allow Roxanne ringside, but this is all part of Finn Balor's plan. And Finn Balor's orchestrating it perfectly at the moment.
Like, the long term of this is obviously when, if it's before Liv comes back, it'll be a singles match between Dom and Finn. But I think they might wait for Liv to come back, and then you kind of separate it into maybe Dom doesn't turn on his one eater, but maybe we end up with a Dom and Liv versus Roxanne and Finn.
Yeah.
We'll get that tag match, and then we might see the Intercontinental title come into play. Obviously, we don't want the IC title getting drawn into tag team feuds.
Yeah.
But I feel like one PLE cycle, that's okay.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to where this goes, but the long term does seem to be going that Finn Dom way.
Yeah, we'll see. I think it probably will be Dom and AJ at SummerSlam now, potentially. But it's an interesting one because every year at SummerSlam, something happens with the Judgment Day. Like, there's always something happening. Obviously, last year we had the implosion of the Judgment Day. But that's why it's really sad that Liv got injured, because I could have seen them do a tag match maybe between like Roxanne and Finn and Dom and Liv, or a Dom versus Finn Intercontinental Championship match. What could happen at SummerSlam this year is Dom versus AJ, and then just like last year, Finn screws a fellow Judgment Day member of the title, and then AJ walks out of SummerSlam as the IC champion. Like, there's different possibilities here. I'm just looking further ahead at SummerSlam because I think something will happen to the Judgment Day there, potentially.
Something tells me there's another avenue for what I was saying earlier. We could have Liv turn on Dom and have Liv and Finn. Like, they were in the Bullet Club together. This history is longer than the Judgment Day itself. I just think, like, you might see little tiptoes or like little Easter egg kind of things of Liv and Finn doing the like Bullet Club, and we might see that unfold too. The interesting part about this is we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
like, you've said a bunch of different predictions, I've said a bunch of different predictions, and that's what it's all about, to be honest.
Yeah, I think with this match, you just can't count out Mami. Like, you have to go.
I think she'll win.
Yeah, you have to go with Mami. Yeah,
but there will be some sort of progression in the storyline.
Yeah,
whether it's Roxanne, if Mami loses, it's because Roxanne helped, or maybe Roxanne unsuccessfully helps. Maybe we'll have to wait and see. But
yeah,
it'll be interesting to see how that unfolds.
Yeah, for sure. Well, on Raw yesterday, we also had Becky Lynch and Bayley fighting for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. This match exceeded my expectations, actually. It was a lot better than I thought it was.
This match was great.
Yeah, I agree.
I was a big fan of this.
Yeah, but we also had Lyra costing Bayley the match.
This is so
annoying.
Dumb.
I know.
Like, I'm all for like inserting someone else into the feud, having a triple threat. Like, this was due a triple threat match.
Yeah.
But just why does it have to be done in the most illogical and dumb ways? Like, we see Lyra Valkyria before the match trying to just like plead to Bayley, like, I don't want you to be mad at me. Like, we're friends. And then Bayley was like, yeah, we're all good. Like, you're in line. You're next in. If I win the title, you're first up.
Yeah.
And then what any terms would Lyra cost Bayley the title when she has the next title shot?
I know.
And why would Lyra cost Bayley to help Becky when she hates Becky? And the whole idea of like, I just lost my cool and I just started beating up Becky. That's dumb.
Her attitude's like changed completely.
It's so just illogical. And like, I'm I'm often under the impression of just, let Papa H cook, let Triple H cook.
Yeah.
But this is dumb. This is stupid.
Yeah. But, like, a triple threat match is still, on the card here, I think.
100%. They've set it up for that.
Yeah.
But it just didn't need to be Lyra hates Bayley, Bayley hates Lyra, they both hate Becky. It just didn't need to be that. You could have had that, well, Lyra and Bayley don't hate each other. They've just got common enemies. You could have built a story like that that is logical. Like, this is not logical at all.
I've said it a lot before. Like, we're forgetting, that Bayley was literally a world champion this time last year. Like, I think Bayley's better than the Intercontinental Championship.
But so's Becky.
Like, yeah. Like you said, it's dumb.
Like
Basically.
the whole thing's dumb.
Basically.
Like, Becky's elevated this title
Yeah.
for the last couple of months.
Yeah.
Just to have the most dumb booking. Like, I'm often not the one to hate. I'm often the optimistic. Like, you won't see me be pessimistic very often. But this is stupid.
Tiffany Straton versus Nia Jax is happening this week on Friday Night SmackDown. When this got announced and Tiffy came out tonight, I'm like, you have to be kidding. Like, this is dumb as well. However, it's a last woman standing match, which straight away got me interested. I got me interested. I don't know about you.
I'm the opposite. So the thing with last man standing matches and also icon matches
last
for me.
last woman.
Last
woman standing. We're sorry.
Apologies.
Sorry. Yeah.
No hate. No yeet.
No. Yeah. Sorry.
But the thing with last woman standing matches and icon matches is the babyface can hardly lose.
Yeah.
Like, the never say die babyface, like the classic John Cena, like, never give up. Like, it's just, like, these matches almost tell their own story of that it's the ultimate triumph for the babyface, and I strongly dislike them.
Santi Zap said it. This is a perfect opportunity for Naomi to cash in. It's a perfect chance for her. Like, you could almost have the both of them struggling to get up, and then all of a sudden you hear Naomi's music pop, and then Naomi wins.
The only thing with that is I have a feeling they're running us down this fake cash-in after fake cash-in after false cash-in after false cash-in.
Yeah.
Like, look, I don't know who would stop her. Like, Nia's been the only one to stop her cashing in. Like, if maybe Jade Cargill comes out and is like, no, I want to beat Tiffany.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
I mean, you have to go with Tiffany, I guess.
Tiffany will win. This is as close to, like, put your house on it as it gets. Like,
yeah,
Tiffany wins.
I just want to see her defend against someone else other than Nia. Like,
well, there's so many talented women.
I know
in the WWE.
Like,
Nia's talented. Nia's put on some fantastic matches, but it's the same with Jade and Gunther. Like, no one wants to see that again.
I know. Like, it's the same deal. Like, but like, no. I'm not denying Nia is definitely, like, at the top of the card. Like, she's not just a mid card.
Definitely not
wrestler.
Definitely not.
So, like, she is worthy of the championship. It's just annoying that this is the avenue that we're going down basically every couple of weeks, like with Nia Jax, I guess. Like, I'd love to, see her get involved in a feud or something like that. Well, I mean, she is with Tiffany at the moment, but like something different, like one that's based on pure hatred and jealousy, like even more to the point of this rivalry.
It'll be important for when Bianca comes back because that'll add some depth to the women's division on SmackDown.
100%.
Because it does.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Like I did say there is a lot of talented women in the WWE, which is true, but the SmackDown women's division is pretty halted at this point. And I understand why they've pivoted to Nia, but just don't have Tiffany Straton defend the title. Like, wait until something happens. Like, yeah, even if you run back like Charlotte, not that everyone wants to see that, but Charlotte's got a different avenue now because she's losing. It's not the return from injury. Oh, Charlotte won the title. It's not that anymore. She's got to work for something.
Yeah, even Alexa Bliss.
Get
her
around.
Involved, especially if she's back with the Wyatt Six, and especially, which we will get to in a sec about the Wyatt Six if they do win tag team gold. Like, you bring Alexa Bliss back and she's going for the title as well. Like, she's not a mid card wrestler, and she's not at the top of the mid card. She's
severely elevated.
She's elevated. So, like, even Alexa Bliss, someone like that. So, yeah, it's an opportunity for them to do something.
We'll see how they take it. Let Papa H cook.
Yeah, I know. We'll just let him cook.
We're gonna let Bro cook.
Let him cook. Well, Zelina Vega will go 1-on-1 with Giulia this week as well for the Women's United States Championship. I like that it's not just Chelsea Green and the Secret Service again with this championship for Zelina. I'm glad that they're, at least giving Giulia this opportunity. However, she's just new to the main roster, and so because of that, Zelina probably takes the win here. If that's my prediction.
I think Giulia will win. I just think the WWE's run its course with Zelina, and I feel like she's often better chasing titles and the fans following her and riding the coattails with Zelina Vega when she's chasing a title, not when she's holding the title. And Giulia, what a way to stamp your way onto the main roster than to just win the mid-card title pretty instantly. And it's also worth mentioning that even when she was in the Money in the Bank match, they had this match advertised. They were pushing this feud, backstage segments. I just think the plan all along was this. So if she doesn't win this time, I think she wins it probably SummerSlam, first 2 nights SummerSlam. They'll have to put this title on the line.
But that's the thing, with this title and these mid-card titles, they don't get heavily featured at PLEs. And you're not we haven't seen ever since this came into the industry in Saturday night's main event late last year. We haven't seen it on a PLE yet being featured. So yeah, you're right. There's an opportunity for them to do something with it at SummerSlam, especially because it's a 2-nighter this year. So
I think every title should feature at SummerSlam. That should be the same as at WrestleMania. Obviously, it wasn't the case this year, but I think the golden rule should just be that all titles are on the line. I think that was kind of the premise of Night of Champions years ago, but obviously Night of Champions isn't a large pay-per-view. But the idea of having every championship on the line is important for the big two PLEs, just to build hype.
Yeah, so for sure.
We'll see how this goes, but I think Giulia will win, and if not, I'm pretty certain she'll win at SummerSlam.
Fair enough. The Street Profits against the Wyatt Six for the WWE Tag Team Championships. I think the Wyatt Six.
Me too. I just think the WWE have learnt that you can't have a faction like this return with a big pop and everyone loves it, and I get
to just lose.
But yeah, exactly.
When they've been decimating everyone in their way since they've come
the whole
back.
tag team division is teaming up on these guys.
Yeah,
and they were pretty sloppy in their latest match on SmackDown.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis are capable, and I think the WWE has to learn, and I think they have learned.
Yeah,
that they can't return a group in this magnitude and then have them lose pretty early like they did to the Authors of Pain and the Final Testament.
Yeah.
So I just think they're going to pull the trigger now or never, and it's now.
Yeah, and also the Street Profits haven't defended the title since, the SmackDown after WrestleMania as well, in that iconic ladder match. I think we can all agree that was one of the best TLC matches of all time.
That was beautiful.
So the Street Profits haven't had to defend them since then, and like you said, the whole division's been teaming up. It's almost as if the Street Profits, silently are trying to team up with all the other tag team, all the other tag teams to ensure that they keep the titles for as long as possible, to ensure that they're not defending it. So the Street Profits have been smart in terms of in that regard, but like you said, WWE, they've learned. I think the Wyatt Six easily win this one, if I'm being completely honest, because they beat the Guns last week, and I love the Motor City Machine Guns as well. But even the Wyatt Six, the aura when they enter the arena, I loved how they just ran after the Guns when they had their match with them as well. So I think the Wyatt Six win, and I'm pretty confident on that one as well. But as we've said before, the tag team division on SmackDown is like stacked.
And it's unpredictable.
It is, yeah.
I just think, like, the WWE just pull the trigger. It's them. It's now. And the interesting thing would be to see the whole tag team division that are all challenging for a title. We've got Fraxium. We've got the Street Profits. Like, Los Garzos are in AAA, but they're still active members on the SmackDown. They've got the Guns. We've got DIY. We've got so many teams that could circle around this White Six, and you could have a couple of months of White Six destruction.
Yeah.
And they could all come together, team up, and that could be a way that you get the titles off the White Six, but they don't lose in a meaningful way that harms them.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think there's a story they could tell which benefits everyone involved. And I love the White Six. I think it's one of the coolest ideas of all time. Like, it would be so classic of WWE, especially now that Goldberg's back. Just another reason, like another hidden in the stars moment. The Fiend, like, they have every chance to ruin it.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Yeah.
Please don't.
100%. 100%, yeah. Well, we're going to wrap it up here on Heel Turn, episode 12. Jasper, thanks very much for coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
Well, Night of Champions is this week. We hope that you're as excited for it as we are. It'll be on pretty early for us, won't it? Because it's in Saudi Arabia.
I actually have no idea what time it is, but like, praying that it goes ahead, praying everyone's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Prayers up for everyone involved in the conflict. And like I said earlier, wrestling is the most important thing in life. Like, eat, sleep, breathe, watch wrestling, watch wrestling again, breathe, maybe watch wrestling again. So we'll see what happens.
I'll be, like, no matter what time it is, I'll be getting up to watch it. So, because I genuinely am so excited for this one. Mainly because I get to see Karrion Kross on
Karrion Kross,
man. So
screw John Cena, bro. Karrion Kross.
I know. Karrion Kross is the one.
Maybe if Karrion Kross opens the show, I'll watch that and then I'll go back to sleep.
Yeah,
and then we can watch it later.
I just hope it's not as bad as Crown Jewel last year when I had to wake up at literally 3 a.m. for that one.
It'll be 3 a.m. I think.
And I wish I had my sleep back.
I'll try and look it up now.
So I'm pretty sure it'll just be on it'll show up on Netflix.
Yeah.
So yeah, it should be all good. Yeah. But thank you very much for watching. We'll see you all next week. Yeet.